What's going on, everybody? Ronnie Withager, and I am doing my tax planning hype video right now. I want to make sure that everybody understands the importance of tax planning. You're going to be in a situation where if you're working with an accountant, they might be doing your tax return. They might, pick up the phone every once in a while and answer a question. But this year end, Q4, where we sit down and spend a half an hour or an hour going through your numbers, figuring out what types of things you had happen this year, and run through just some different scenarios is where the CPA really builds value. This is, it's nice to charge you $500 to do your tax return and to knock that out and e-file it for you. But the magic ends up happening at this time of year. And I realize that there are a lot of accountants who just grinded out 8 or 9 months worth of taxes and really aren't very interested in tax planning. But this right here is where the magic happens. I'm here. I'm at my desk. And I will be at my desk a lot over the next couple months. And I understand the value that tax planning brings. But you also have to understand the value that tax planning brings, and you also have to be like, hey, I'm willing to sit down and maybe watch some video content, or I'm willing to send Ronnie an email and say, hey, I'd love to have that half-hour call with you and go through that. It is without fail, every single year, every year of my career, I will have somebody that I've worked with consistently who will say something along the lines of like, I wish I could talk to you more. I wish that I could, get more of an understanding. I wish I understood, how to deduct things better and all of that kind of stuff. And what I want to be able to say is that we're literally putting the ball in your court. And once that ball is in your court, you have to be able to take that ball and say, okay, I know I'm not the expert, but I need to make time to at least have a basic understanding and have a basic, opportunity to say, like, I'm going to call Ronnie and make sure that all of our ducks are in a row. Now, I'm going to send out numerous emails over the next 2 months. I will be pleading for you guys to schedule time with me. I'll be pleading with you guys to join Prosperity Society and watch my videos. And you're going to maybe think to yourself, well, Prosperity Society costs money. But if I said, hey, you're going to see 10 ideas that might reduce your taxes $5,000, then does like my $249 membership matter that much? It really doesn't. But if you do nothing, we're going to roll into February, we're going to roll into March, and you're going to be in a spot where you're going to say, oh man, I never scheduled time, now I'm screwed on taxes. That's the last thing that I want to happen. So I'm definitely available, but I've also created the online platform for people who maybe want to go down a rabbit hole at 10 o'clock at night and get educated. What's getting harder and harder for me is to work with people who have no desire to be educated. That makes it harder for me over time. 5 years ago, when I was brand new and had a very small practice, I could deal with those types of people and make 20 phone calls. Okay? But you get to a point where you have to work with people who care about being educated and are willing to put a little bit of time into that. All right, that might come across as a little harsh. That might be a little bit rough. I understand that. But what I've always tried to teach you is that our tax plan is a two-way street. It has to include both of us. Otherwise, you're not going to get it all. You might get some of it, but you're not going to get it all unless it's a high-functioning two-way street that we all care about. And I feel like This is one of the biggest expenses that all of us have, is taxes. This is one of the biggest opportunities to save money in a dollar amount that really, really matters. Okay? So anyhow, that is my hype video. We are rolling into tax planning season. We are wanting to make sure that there are no big surprises come April. We are wanting to make sure that if there is something that you can be doing right now, that we are absolutely implementing that before the end of the year. That is what I'm going to spend probably October 20th through Christmas working on. And for a very select few, maybe you'll be hitting me up just before New Year's. But I hope that doesn't happen. We have like a legitimate 2-month period where we can knock out all the tax planning needs, and my schedule is going to be wide open for that sort of stuff. Anyhow, I hope everybody will take the opportunity to look at our online platform. It's massive at this point. We have almost 100 videos. We have over 100 people who come to our platform on a regular basis. We have people who come to our monthly Q&A sessions. We have people who watch our live events. This is something that we are building and that we are committed to. And I hope everybody will check out Prosperity Society and will check out the stuff that we're going to put out with year-end tax planning. I look forward to it, and we'll talk soon, I'm sure. Thanks so much.